Look, guys, it's PowerWash Simulator again. I hope you guys enjoyed 12 and 13 that I uploaded the past couple days. And I decided to come back because I saw an update right here. Look at that. Tomb Raider. And then there's also various other things you could buy from the Steam store, which I'm not going to show you guys. But there's this one, and I'm going to do this one. It's the special one, right? I know I can still continue with the career mode, but I feel like, you know, getting the Tomb Raider stuff out of the way is a good thing to do. So there's a free play one and the actual visit the world of Tomb Raider and watch Lara Crofts Manor back to its former glory. This is going to be a big job. Let's do this. But $400? That's it? Here we go. I've been requested by my esteemed employer, Miss Lara Croft, to commission a cleaner for the exterior of her residence, Croft Manor, and have acquired your details for a mutual friend. She is soon to host a charity fundraiser for artifact reparation and wishes for the manor to be looking tip-top for all the esteemed eternal guests. I understand, but I don't know how it turned into this. Was there actually a fire in the games? I don't remember. Yeah, as you no doubt discover the odd buffed brick here, then I've been tempted to task myself, but to no avail. It is simply beyond my advancing years. Please note the roof has only been recently retiled and won't require any of your attention. Okay, so we're not going on the roof. Cool. Miss Croft is currently recuperating in Egypt after being set upon, but we'll be back soon to give your handiwork the once over. Perfect. Let's do it. This is the 1.1 update, interestingly enough. And I didn't really get to explore everything in the 1.0, but don't worry, I will. But I want to start with this because this is like the main focus. Should be fine. Ooh. That is a dirty, dirty mansion. Oh, there's also a fountain I gotta do too? Oh boy. But I've always wanted to come back to this. Because it is fun. Winston Smith. I trust you have everything you need to begin work. I'll be sure to furnish you with tea and biscuits just as soon as I escape a minor predicament. Ah, yes. Furnish? Furnish you with tea and biscuits. It's nothing to worry about, by the way. Oh, yeah, no, don't worry. I wasn't gonna leap into action or anything. Oh, my God. Did I play Tomb Raider? I think I played Tomb Raider. I am not only somewhat certain. Oh, Miss Croft likes to set me these challenges from time to time, otherwise one can get rather dull. Oh, so don't worry, it's not actually anything that's happening in the Tomb Raider game, it's just training. He's training. You see this right here? This is the sound of Did you guys know I haven't done this in a while? I don't know, something about this tickles my brain. It tickles Mark's brain too. He has not played this game in a while, now that I think about it. Not that he has to or anything. I think he's still finishing up Raft. I don't think he beat Raft yet, but he is, you know, playing it with Bob and Wade. I watch a lot of Markiplier. And, not like, I say I watch a lot of Markiplier, but I specifically don't really go out of my way to watch some of the horror stuff. I mean, maybe it is because I'm just one big scaredy cat, but maybe it's another reason why is because I'm just not fully interested in horror games. Like, I tried FNAF. It was fine. You know, like, it's better to watch than to play, in my opinion. Like, if you watch it, you're getting a better experience rather than playing it. Especially nowadays with a lot of the newer games. Just trying to figure out, what is my buttons? There is a, tab. That's the one. I was looking to see where the filth is. Did I mention I haven't done this in a while? No, but in all seriousness, this is fun. This is a little thing to tickle my brain again, especially with everything that I've been through. I vaguely remember saying that I had to take like a week and a half off just to let my illness not destroy me again. Nothing I can really do about it. It's called flares. It just kind of happens. I don't mean to put anybody in a bad mood, just something I want to talk about. And why, like, I have to, like, do it. Which makes me think about something, actually. So Mr. Beast, there's a lot of drama about Mr. Beast as of right now, with the whole, you know, Twitter being mad that he cured blindness for people, or paid for a surgery to help cure their blindness. And everyone's, like, saying that he's a bad person for it, because he wants the kindness clout. Stupidest thing I've heard in my life. But, you know, outside of that, it's like, he also has Crohn's. Like, I don't have Crohn's, I have the other one, UC, also have colitis. And I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he, like, has the amount of energy that he has to work as hard as he work as hard as he does while having a chronic illness. I've just been so perplexed by that. Not in a bad way or anything like that, but definitely something that if I ever get to talk to him in person, I have to ask him, with a chronic illness like his, how is he doing the things that he's doing? Because with mine, oh boy, as you can tell, both on the main channel and on this one, everything's just so sporadic. Whenever you see I don't upload for the day, even if it's just a re-upload of something like my 1,000-Year Door Let's Play, most likely it's because I just didn't have enough mental capacity to put anything out. And that sucks, obviously, but there's nothing I can do about it, right? If I'm down in the dumps, I gotta stay in the dumps for a bit before I, do what I can to alleviate whatever amount of pain or discomfort that I'm going through. And yeah, like, that's what I have to do. But I look at Jimmy, there's Mr. Beast, I'm pretty sure that's still his name. I don't think I ever get people's names right other than the people I've been watching for so long. He goes ham on his projects. Like, his main channel doesn't really upload too frequently, but oh my god, he's got like so many different channels. Like, so many different channels. Right? Obviously, there's a lot of them just dubbed in various languages, and some languages are making more money or getting more user retention than others, which, I mean, makes sense, right? We're different parts of the world, and different parts of the world are gonna like different things. That's just kind of how it is, right? But overall, back to the original point, because I'm getting distracted here. I want to know his secrets. Like, how does he work so hard? It's not that I don't have ambition, it's just I don't have energy. Also money. But I don't have energy. At least not the same as healthy individuals. Which is why I always say to take care of yourselves, because, well, you should. Some people don't have the ability to do that because, it's not their fault. They got an uncontrollable illness or, circumstance broke them. Man, I'm getting depressing again. I'm so sorry. I just, again, talking about things, this tickles my brain. It also helps me kind of, I don't know how to put it. It helps me think, so to say, right? Like, it kind of, like, just hearing the water drone on in my ear, my only one ear, because if I did it over both ears, I could barely hear myself think at all, or even speak. But this actually really helps me out. It's like an inner peace moment for me, just about. And I'm all for it. Like, I remember when this game first came out and Markiplier played it and everyone was like super satisfied with it, and as they should be. I just hope this game doesn't, fall apart because, Markiplier or various other content creators aren't playing it anymore. I want to play it because this is awesome. I almost want to buy a power washer and just in real life because of this, and this is great, right? And the fact that it again tickles that part of my brain means a lot, because as a person who's got nothing but thoughts running through his head, I kind of want to have the closest thing to peace that I can achieve. There's a little smuck. There we go. There we go. Oof, I'm only on the fountain. I'm not even washing the bloody... Wow. Just wow. Oh, but this game's on consoles now. I will buy it, but to play on my own time. Like, you guys are watching the PC version ever since I've been playing it since early access. And now that it's officially launched to the 1.0, and now it's on 1.1, that's great. But I'll be giving them money again, but most likely during a sale, because I'm unfortunately not rich. So I gotta wait for a sale, a teensy-wincy one. Teensy-wincy? What the crap? Teletubbies lingo aside. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a small sale, because it's like now almost 35 bucks. I wouldn't mind buying it again for, what, 20? 20 is a good price for this game. A lot of content. Oh, I'm running out of things to talk about. Did somebody call for a time lapse? There we go. There we go. Oh, but look at, I was like looking there and like, this is filthy. Like, just imagine seeing the inner part of a fountain looking like this. Oh, I gotta jump down there though. I mean, we are wearing a full bodysuit. How can I see myself? F5? No, that's another game. Ah, I wonder how to go into third person. Oh well. Let's jump in the filth. Damn. No impact. Oh, we got a message. Perhaps it might be judicious to say a few pertinent points whilst you work. Ah, yes, the olden English. Or better English than what I have to provide to you guys. Miss Croft is a quite extraordinary woman. I bet. What with her breeds. I'm not telling you that reference. You need to know it. She demands exacting standards, both from herself and from others. Okay. Don't worry, it'll be clean. If you excel, you'll meet with her generous side. And if not, I get 2 pistols in my mouth. Or rather, 1 in my mouth and 1 in my ass.
You what?
If not, well, Miss Croft has an extensive and colorful vocabulary. I bet. Wait. Does she? She has a good vocabulary, but like, when did she start swearing? Like, when did the cussing begin? In what game? I don't think it's any of the originals. I think it was in like the reboot for PS4. No, it was for. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a bit of a, if I remember correctly, which I might not be, so take it with a grain of salt. There was a kind of a drama happening where Tomb Raider was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive, and then Microsoft bought it out and had a 1-year exclusivity contract with Tomb Raider. And then, afterwards, everyone else got it. And I'm just like, wow, Microsoft. Wow. You know? Exclusives? Really? In our year in Lord and Savior 2023. Well, it wasn't 2023. It was 2019, I think. But yeah, I don't appreciate exclusives anymore. I used to, back when I was in high school. Where I'd be like, yeah, I want to play all these games on PlayStation. But now I'm just kind of like, I just want the game. Preferably on a console I'm already invested in, you know, that I've already put all this work in, like my trophy count in on PlayStation Network or PSN. I sound like a boomer, freaking calling PSN PlayStation Network. Oh my god. Huh, 25% done, and I'm not even finished the fountain. The fact that the fountain counts as like, I want to say around a third of the level is pretty funny. How did I manage that? I used the scaffolding. I picked it up from here. What? Okay, hold the phone. Put that there. What I'm trying to figure out is, how am I supposed to clean the stuff up there without a ladder? Actually, I should have a ladder, should I not? I can't just spawn one out of thin air. But all I see are 2 scaffoldings. That's right, extensions. This is what I need. There we go. That's you done 28% of the level. I did not mean to pick up the entire scalpel thing. Now on to the main house. I'm pretty sure I just subjected everyone to 2 or 3 really long time lapses. I'm sorry. I am an introvert by nature. It is very difficult for me to actually talk about something ongoing for an elongated period of time. I'm trying to get better, but whenever I do try to talk about something, I start rambling about nothing. Oh, but there is something I do want to talk about, though, that probably won't matter. Well, I say it doesn't matter, but I watched some clips on TikTok. Sometimes I see Mr. Beast on some podcasts, and one of the things he said was, if you want to be a content creator, don't think about it too much. Just make 100 videos, and while you're making those 100 videos, improve on something every video. And then after 100 videos, if you're still not successful in whatever, then come talk to me, kind of deal, right? Now, I don't think I've put out 100 videos because, like I said, lack of energy. But in terms of improvement, I've made some minor improvements here and there. But I think on the last episode, I talked about, you know, doing YouTube for the sake of doing YouTube, like it was in the good old days. Not doing YouTube because you need to have Mr. Beast money. Like, that's just, like, if your heart's not in it, you're gonna get burned. That's just kind of how the universe works. It's a beautiful thing called karma. If you're doing it for ill-gotten means, through ill intent, then chances are you're not going to get what you want. Or you will get what you want, but then going to Jordan Peterson and what he said a while back, which was, you can't bend the fabric of reality and expect it not to twist back to its original state. Eventually, things catch up to you. So, if you have the right intent, there's nothing to be caught up on. You know, like, there's nothing for you to worry about. But everyone is forgetting about intent nowadays. And it's just so important to focus on intent. Like my intent. My intent is just to provide value. Like, you know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about whenever this eventually decides to, you know, take off and be a little more than what it is now, I might, like, manually demonetize my entire channel and solely rely on things like membership and various other forms of generating income through choice. You see, when it comes to ads, I mean, obviously people have ad blockers. Okay, like, wasn't born yesterday, I know that. But, like, for those who don't, right, and let's say they're on their phone and it's kind of difficult to get an ad blocker on your phone, right? Doable, but difficult. And if, let's say, you're trying to watch these videos and there's just ad after ad. Like, I try watching videos on, like, a smart TV. Oh my god, there's an ad. I'm not even kidding you. There's an ad, like, every 2 minutes. Like, a set of ads every, like, 2 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, depending on the content creator, right? Because of how much ads they wanted. And I don't like that, right? Because I don't have control. At that point, I'm watching more ads than I am the actual video. So I thought to myself, you know what? If there's enough of an audience wanting to watch my stuff, I'm just not going to put ads. Not even, like, the ones in the beginning. Because I know the ones in the beginning are the least intrusive, but hell, why even have it at all? Just, I want people to voluntarily support me if they want to. Alright? When you say, yeah, I'm going to monetize my channel, that's like saying, hey, I know I have something good. Now you have to watch a bunch of things that, in order to continue consuming my content so that I can benefit. But the reality of it is, if you really want to be a good content creator or a good person in general, how about you give people the choice to give to you or not force them to give to you, right? Now, I know, like, a lot of people or a lot of channels, a lot of their content that is watched are from people who do not sign into a YouTube account, which means if you're not signed into a YouTube account, that means you can't be a member. That means you can't do a lot of things, right? And another thing is sponsors, where people have to, you know, plug in a sponsor to their video. Now, I actually don't mind the sponsor that much because, again, same thing. You have control with the sponsor. You just skip over to the area. But if you want to support them, you, one, watch the sponsored part of the video, and or two, actually buy the sponsored thing to help them out by using their code. Right? And they make money off of that. And that's awesome, you know? But there's choice with sponsors. You, like a paid promotion. You, like, the viewer has the choice to skip it if they're just watching it for the 10th time over, right? Or not if they don't care, right? But with ads, it's different every time. It's different placements usually, not always though. And yeah, like that's kind of just my general perspective on ads in a nutshell. Like, yeah, you get more monetary value, but now this comes a little bit of a thing that I want to discuss as well. Something that came to mind a little while back, and a reason why I see a lot of content creators kind of flopping as of late. And it's actually a very old saying, a boomer statement, so to say. But it's a real one. And that's, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't expect one thing to throttle you through life like your life depends on it, right? That is naive and honestly just a bad decision in general, because eventually things aren't going to go your way. That's just life. We are all subjected to circumstance at various points of our life, some more than others. So if you want to do well in life in any capacity, do a lot of things. Now, I understand that there is affinity and like energy and what you do, what else with your life. So I understand everyone's got their own circumstance, but in terms of just making progress in life, you've got to try out more than just one thing. And that's why people start to crash and burn, because they start YouTube's doing great, they're following this formula, and then YouTube changes their ad policies and boom, there goes their livelihood. They're not doing anything else with their lives. They're not doing commissions. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. They're not, you know what I mean? They're not trying to figure things out, right? You gotta adapt to the system, because as much as we love to complain about it, we don't have the ability to change it all the time. So the only thing we can do is what human beings are good at, adapting. So to adapt is to do more than one thing. I'm not telling you to quit YouTube solely because things aren't, as good as they used to be. But what I am going to say though is that keep YouTube, but watch it as a more of a secondary or a non-primary source, and focus on something else if you are able to, both physically, mentally, etc., etc. Because the way I like to see it is everyone puts all their eggs in one basket, then the basket falls, and there goes everything. Like, this doesn't just apply to YouTube, this applies to any aspect of life. You should not gamble everything away on one decision, hoping that that's your ticket out. And then going back to my original point that I made, I think a few time lapses ago, which was intent. If your intent on YouTube is just to make money, I don't think you should be a YouTuber. You actually have to care about people to be on YouTube, to actually be a content creator of some sort. If you're just looking to use people, it's going to bite you in the ass. Wrong key. It's going to bite you, pretty badly. Who am I to say, right, what you should and shouldn't do in your life, right? Hey, listen, to each their own. Fine, go do what you need to do. But I'm just saying, no one is free of consequence. And the universe has a very cruel and twisted sense of humor. So, hey, you do you, but I'm just saying, I would not do that kind of things. Not just solely because of the repercussions, because it's just not a good thing to do. So, yes. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't. Especially when it comes to YouTube. As you can tell, this is old news at this point. Anything that's, I think Charlie says it, Mr. Moist, but he says the best. Anything that's older than 3 days old is already extinct on the internet. Where it's like, why are you even talking about it if it's already been it's not the hot topic anymore. Things change every few days, even every week. So, with that in mind, I'm still going to talk about it anyway. YouTube changed their policies when it comes to swearing and stuff like that, and how people make money, via ads, and if there's too much swearing in the video, they demonetize your channel. If they're swearing in the first 15 seconds, they demonetize your channel, and that sucks, and I don't agree with it. I'm on the side of the people where it's listen, why being so strict, you know what I mean? But at the same time, now that we've said our piece, before I continue that point, surprisingly tough work, exterior cleaning, isn't it? Oh, I wouldn't know. I'm sitting in a chair clicking on a mouse. But if I would do this in real life, yeah, most likely. I would agree to that. I got through 4 flannels on 1 brick alone. Oh, 4 flannels. It's in your shirt. I was like, a flannel? Oh, it's your lucky flannel. It's your lucky flannel. Oh my god. On 1 brick? I expect you've brought some high-fangled gizmo or other to speed up the process. Yeah, this is a power washer. Or a pressure washer, as some haters like to say. I went through the whole math thing about how it's not. just pressure. It is power. You can output power. You can output power solely through force. Water force. This is exactly what that is. I'm not going to say the spiel again. It's the same joke that I made in the other episode. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes. YouTube, like the policies, right? So now that we've said our piece, we've been disgruntled enough, right? You know, we were cynical for a brief period of time. Now what do? Let's think practically for a minute. We just have to push forward. Okay, how do we push forward? Well, we got to play by their rules if we want to continue making money on YouTube, if that's where you want to go with the monetization. Or you decrease the frequency of putting out content on YouTube and go pursue something else in tandem with, you know, with however you make money. Does that make sense? It's basically, you know, pick up something else. If the thing you're sitting at now isn't working, I know it sucks that you have to let it go, but you have to let it go. And you have to try something else. And I know it's very difficult to detach emotions to that kind of stuff, so I understand. But eventually, you can't just be stuck in your own, you know, thoughts. You can't dwell too much, because then you lose, I was going to say potency, but, like, it's not quite potency. Like, don't dwell. That's basically what I'm saying, right? Like, it's difficult not to do, because, you know, it's very easy to kind of get caught up in the moment or moments of your life. Listen, as a person with a chronic illness, I know, right? I get caught up in my own, like, sometimes, like I told you, depression. I'm not afraid to talk about my depression. I talked about it before, and why I didn't upload for 5 months, because I got caught in my own world because of everything. I'm like, damn, I'm a guy with chronic illness who can't work and is rotting away just sitting on his couch playing video games all day, because that's all I have the energy to muster up to do. Right? I have no money, I have no assets, and I'm just trying my best. And it sucks. You know? It sucks that I'm in this predicament, but guess what? It's not the end of the world. I got out of that depression, and it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of time to myself as well, but it happened. It worked out. So, yeah, overall, like, once you kind of pick up the pieces to the best of your ability, things start to work out a little bit. Just start with the smallest imaginable thing you can do and do it. Right? Don't worry about the potency. Don't worry about how long it takes. Because my philosophy is any progress is good progress. That's the way I like to think. I think I need a taller scaffold. I actually just... Oh, I can walk on this. Sweet. Is that a taller one than this one? No, I think they're the same height. 4 stories to 4 stories, right? 1, 2, 3. No, this is only 3. Well, that one's actually taller. Okay, I might need that tall one later. Anyway. Yeah, there's your life lessons from me. It's not really anything to take into consideration if you really want to. But you can go your entire life ignoring it and still be perfectly fine. It's just a lot of things, because, like, again, back to the chronic illness, whenever I'm by myself, I don't really have much to do while I'm, you know, my illness is kind of controlling me for a bit. So what I do is I just think to myself. I start philosophizing? Yeah, philosophy. Like, I just start thinking about philosophical things or analytical things, right? And I'm just trying to gain some basis of structure again. And it's difficult because, again, my life is dictated by my illness from time to time. Not as much as it used to be in the past, but it's still enough. It's unfortunate, but I'm not the only one that goes through this, alright? I'm not going to play the woe is me card. I'm going to try my best. No matter what that may be, no matter how that changes. I'm just going to keep trying. Some people might think I'm not trying, because in their eyes, like, no, that's not trying, this is trying. And I'm like, well, everyone's got a different capacity, everyone's got different sets of energy, you know, the works. Everyone's got their own circumstances, their own aptitudes and ineptitudes, right? It's just, is what it is. You just gotta focus and move forward. Wow. I must have been playing this game for quite some time now, that I've now entered the philosophical section of my brain, now that I've been tickling it so much with this power washing sound. That's all I hear. You guys are going to hear me, obviously, too, because I know I can edit volume, but right now, it's it's just water. All I hear is water. I can hear myself think, but not that well. Wait, hold on. What was that? That's soap? I didn't buy soap. Did I buy soap at one point? Yeah, the soap nozzle. Oh, but I don't have any soap. Used with cleaning liquids to rapidly cut through all dirt types. Okay. So it's just a nozzle. Yeah, the Prime Vista Pro Soap Nozzle. But there's no soap, so I'm still not using the soap. But this is still water, though. Does it even work, though? Like, as, like, a cleaning? Like, just the water itself? Let me see. No, it just gets everything hilariously wet. Alright, cool. I was just curious about that. That's interesting, because I've never seen the soap nozzle on its own. Oh man, I don't know how long that time lapse is gonna be, but was PowerWash Simulator always this long to play? Oh, I think I've been recording for about an hour, roughly. Just needed a stretch. Give me a sec. All right. Yep, I've been recording for an hour and 10 minutes, and we're not even 50% done. This is a really big level. Although, to be fair, it's to be expected, solely because it's like the first collaboration that they've ever done, with Tomb Raider. So, I can understand why they had to absolutely emphasize that this had to be good, or big, so to say, if that makes sense. Still have the whole second half of the house to do. Well, I say that, but like, okay, look at this. Hold on, let me see if I get a better view. As you can see, I've cleaned that section, the bottom here. Still gotta do the top on this section. But then there's still all of this. And it is a lot to do. I mean, we're here. I just hope you guys are ready for probably one of the longest parts that I've done. Longest part I think I did was like a little over an hour. So, this is probably going to rival it. Potentially. If only I had more things to talk about. I've already gotten all philosophical with you guys, so I don't think I should be talking anymore. But just the sole sound of just power washing for like several minutes over, that might not be ideal either. So, yeah, gotta figure something out. Oh my good lord, there's still so much. Do I dare do it? I might have to. Oh. I don't know if this is going to be a good decision, but I'm gonna make it anyway. I'm gonna split this video in 2 parts. Because it's already been, I think, close to an hour and a half of me recording, which means you guys are probably gonna see the better part of, what, 35, 40 minutes maybe? Unless I really cut it down and it's less than that. And then the second half of this will be tomorrow when I actually finish it, right? Because, like, look at this. I did the fountain. That took a lot of time. And I did various parts of the bottom floor, and then this one top part here. But then I still have this whole entire section to do still. It's a lot. I'm 50% done. So 50% counts to an hour and a half's worth of recording. Then I'd imagine the second half is going to be another hour and a half, which I do not want to subject you guys to. Just such a massive video as a whole. So yeah, tune in for the next day. Should be the day after. If not, you know why. I think I explained it in the video. For the rest of this, because right now I am bushed. I know, bushed, just sitting in a chair playing video game. I know, but this is, trust me, I like the tickle in my brain, but sometimes there's too much of a tickle. Oh, that sounds wrong. Before I put my foot further in my mouth, thank you guys for watching, and be sure to take care of yourselves.